I can build a spaceship.
Hello and welcome to Space Doc Jury Minisode whatever. We don't count. I don't count. Nobody counts. It's a Minisode. Just go with it. It's not going to be long. It's only a few minutes out of your life. Deal with it. Hello, I'm Lee.
Hello, I'm Peter.
I'm Andy.
And this week, for the lack of any other subjects to talk about, we are going to sort of go, oh, look, we're into the final quarter of the year. And so, with the final quarter of the year, there's got to be some spaceships and stuff going on in film and TV and books and what have you, comics. So, we were going to just round them up, because there'll be another minisode along pretty soon, and there'll be lots of minisodes covering lots of new stuff. So what will we be covering in the future, I guess, is probably the better way of putting it, isn't it, really?
Coming attractions.
Yeah. Anyway, so yes. So we're going to have a little quick chat, just to fill in your Sunday afternoon whenever you're listening to this thing, and just sort of look at what's coming up soon. So let's do you want to do it round the table, what everyone's looking forward to, go one at a time, or shall I just list them off and we'll just chat?
Yeah. Well, why don't we do a round table first, and then if we've missed any, we can tick them off your list and all that.
Okie dokie. Well then, okay, then I'll make it easy on him. I'll go for Pete first. What are you looking forward to, sir?
Oh, ready. Well, the thing I'm most looking forward to at the moment is The Expanse Season 2, which is coming to Netflix, I believe, tomorrow, as at time of recording.
Yes.
So it came out on Friday from the time of you listening to this.
Yes. Or timey-wimey. But yes. So I'll eventually get watching it in about a week's time, I expect. But there we go. Nice. That's the way it goes. But yes, I'm looking forward to that, because I enjoyed the first season. And I'm looking forward to seeing where it goes to. So, yes, exciting stuff.
Nice.
Having actually journeyed into the future and watched it all, I can tell you, it's damn good.
Excellent.
Yes.
And being one of those arseholes that normally inhabits Game of Thrones sort of subreddits, I can tell you, having read the books, it gets better.
But you can only do that for one more season.
Yeah, I can only do it for one more season, so I'm really capitalising on it for the moment. And then once it all gets past like midway through season 3, I'm lost. So
if I could quote from Red Dwarf, oh yes, smug mode.
Indeed, smug mode. So so you're looking forward to that then?
Oh yes,
and I've still got to finish watching the actual episode. Season 1, yeah. I've got to finish watching season 1. God almighty. Well, anyway, yeah, so, okay, cool. So what about you then, Andy? What are you looking forward to?
I suppose in terms of what's coming up in the year to come, aside from, well, I've already watched Expanse Season 2, so that doesn't really count. Although they are filming Season 3, but that won't be out until next year. But the thing which has kind of captured my attention the most is Rebels Season 4, which kicks off next month. Because I've got to tell you what, I'm more excited about that than I am about The Last Jedi, which, frankly, I'm about. But Rebel Season 4, I'm like, yes, give it to me. Nice. Give it all to me.
Give it to me now.
Do it now.
Get to the spirit. So, well, there you go. Yeah, that's gonna...
I presume with Rebels that they're not having to do what they're currently doing with the new films, which is create ever more annoying variations on classic designs, because presumably they're using the classic designs, are they?
Well, yeah, I mean, in season 4, very tiny spoiler alert, but it was in the trailer, the X-Wings are going to appear. Hey. And that's the first time they'll have appeared in Rebels. We've had Y-Wings and everything, but, that's going to be fucking cool.
You see, they're playing with the right sandbox there, aren't they, really?
Yeah. They're playing with the right sandbox. I mean, do you think it's okay if I mention the big bad from season 3 at this point, Lee, or should I not?
Probably not.
Well,
given that
all
season
I'll say
3's
is
just come out on Blu-ray, so
in season 3 they introduced a beloved character from the expanded universe, and really did it well. And it was great to see him back in the universe. The
Jack's the rabbit.
Yeah, that's the one. The characters and the characterizations are absolutely fantastic. Because it's a season, they've got a chance to develop and grow, and they have these longer arcs, which is awesome. It ties into Clone Wars beautifully. I mean, the Star Wars Clone Wars, certainly the latter seasons, were the best things to come out of the prequels, bar none. And Rebels builds upon that fantastically. Plus, there's a lot of weight in season 4 because it is the last season of Rebels. They've said that, they're not doing any more. We know that a couple of the characters appear in Rogue One, but we have no idea what happens to the others. And we have the fateful sayings from Obi-Wan and Yoda in the original trilogies that Luke was the last Jedi. How do we get to that? What's going on with the Jedi's out of Rebels? Yeah. Are they still there? Are they unknown? I don't know. Yeah. I need to know. The mistakes, damn it.
There are reasons. There are things.
Yeah. So Rebels season 4 for me is definitely what I'm looking forward to the most. And again, from the season 3 was superb. And the trailer they just dropped for season 4, all of the space battles.
Yeah, definitely.
When I paint my massive Imperial Star Destroyer model kit that I've got, I will paint it up as the one that was in season 3, which was a special paint job. Again, can't say what it is because it's a spoiler, but it was fucking awesome.
Yeah,
it's gonna be cool. Funny you should mention that.
Anyway, yeah, I mean, I guess I'm gonna be kind of boring and go for the big one, which is Last Jedi. I think that's the one I'm kind of waiting on the most. Just not because I think it's going to be any good or even bad. I just think at this point I need to see where this new sort of Disney Star Wars saga is going.
You need some sense of closure.
Well, not even closure. I just need to know that is it going to be more of the same as in Force Awakens, or is it going to try and do something kind of crazy, or is it going to be like Rogue One, where it's just like a collection of greatest hits and then an emo finale. So it's kind of curiosity more than need to see it, which is kind of odd because I would have thought by like when Force Awakens came out. I mean, by this point with like less than 3 months to go, I was like, give me
that trailer that dropped before the end of Force Awakens. I mean,
yeah, exactly.
You talk about a trailer outshining its film.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Just that music. Where was that music in the fucking film? Damn it.
Yeah, unfortunately, it was the Giacchino stuff again, wasn't it? It was that kind of making it for the trailer and then kind of not having the time to do an actual series, and everyone wanted John Williams. So, yeah. I
mean, we've seen some glimpses of spaceships from Last Jedi.
Yes.
We've seen a First Order Star Dreadnought. What's it called?
It's a Star Destroyer that's been sat on. Yeah.
It's the super duper mega Star Destroyer thing.
No, not that one. Not that one. So there was we've seen 3 spaceships. I think 4 spaceships. We've seen 2 Rebel ships and 2 First Order ships. There's, as Pete says, there's a Star Destroyer, normal triangular Star Destroyer that's been sat on. There's the stupid, massive flying wing thing that is Snoke's mega Star Destroyer.
Yep.
That's like 60 kilometers long because reasons.
Yeah.
And then we've seen 2 Rebel ships. One which looks like something out of Rebels, the TV show, sort of Resistance ships. Vaguely Mon Calamari with like, do you remember in Rogue One, Radiss's ship with the bridges at the bottom of the bloody hanging down bit?
Yeah.
There's an entire fleet of those we see in the trailer. And then we've also seen a picture of Leia's flagship, which is called the Radiss, which again takes us back to Rogue One. It was the name of the Mon Calamari in that. So yeah, continuity. But I got to say, for me, The Last Jedi is just it's not lighting the fires. I'll see it.
You've got Kylo Ren's TIE Fighter variant as well, because everybody has their own TIE Fighter variant.
Yeah, well, you do if that's the one thing I don't mind so much, because as far as it goes, Kylo Ren proven to be a wannabe. And he is a wannabe. That's the whole point. And for me, him going off and trying to do everything that Granddad Vader did, that doesn't bother me, because that's just it. That's kind of his entire core being. So for me, the fact that he's kind of wash, rinse, repeat. I mean, that's perfectly fine. If before you know it, you have sort of like, if you have, Luke basically recounting, Ben Kenobi words, then I might have a bit of a problem. Because
I bet anything you want, the first words out of him are "Hello there."
Yes, hello there. Luke Skywalker. Now that's a name I've not heard in a long time.
Don't be afraid, little one. Come out. No, he'll be quite all right.
Oh, yeah. Come out. Anyway, yeah, and now the top 10. Oh, sorry. No.
That comes later.
That comes later. So I guess that's the one I'm most curious about. And to be quite honest, it's going to be pretty hard to avoid anyway once it appears. But, yeah. What about anything else? Is there anything else that's catching your eye? Pete?
Yep, I'm rather looking forward to season 12 of Red Dwarf.
Oh, okay. I
Coming in October.
completely forgot that was on its way.
Yeah, season 11 was pretty damn good, and they filmed them back to back, so hopefully it's a similar quality, in which case it's definitely a return to form. Sci-fi concepts.
Yeah, I have to say, I watched the first one. I thought it was okay, and then I watched an episode which had Kevin Eldon in it, as a, is it a time traveling, or I don't know. They had some kind of reason to basically do the usual BBC thing of pulling out clothes from like the 1950s or something, and that was just toe curling. That was bloody awful. Tell me that was the worst one, and I'll believe you. I think I've seen it twice, and it's a long time since I watched it the second time, so I can't exactly remember. So yes, can't say. I have a feeling it got to gradually better as it went on, because it kind of found its feet. So yeah,
that's a good sign for the next season.
Well, that's good. I mean, once they get into the stride of things, that'll be cool. Okay, what about you, Andy?
The Orville, which came out of nowhere.
Yeah,
and actually is out today as of
recording
time you're listening to this. Yeah. If you are listening to this when we've released it,
yes,
it's out on the Sunday the 10th. But anyway, I think there's almost definitely going to be a mini-sode about what we think of that, because that came so far out of left field. Because I think it landed about the same time everyone was talking about Discovery, and our first thoughts were, "Oh, it's a Saturday Night Live skit or something like that."
Yeah,
and then we realised, no, it's an entire series with all these Trek alumni involved. You got Jonathan Frakes, LeVar Burton. What's his name? Is it Brannon Braga?
Yep.
Pete?
Yeah, I think so.
But yeah, you got him. You got Cassidy Yates, who was on DS9, is in this. There's so many Trek alumni are involved in it, and it looks like a fun comedy, but made with love. It's almost like, I suppose, the original brief of Red Dwarf, if you will. It's joshing and ribbing the science fiction tropes, but not in a hateful or malicious way. And it just looks legitimately quite entertaining. So I'm definitely looking forward to that. See how that goes. So yes, the Orville.
Yeah, I'm reading sort of at the moment. I've got a bit of sort of anticipation for this, I have to say, because Trek has left me cold for quite a few years, but after watching some of the original series on CBS Action, and then cut into the Orville, it seems like all I've done is updated the CGI and essentially put comedy into it. But so I'm quite interested to see what we get. It's the reviews of this thing have gone from what Joe Blow called Star Trek Returns, and then you've got, at the other end of the scale, you've got Variety, which just says that an air of self-congratulation hangs over an entire hour as Seth MacFarlane pats his own back.
Oh dear.
So there's no definitive call on this at the moment, but I'm sure
he is a bit Marmite, isn't he, Seth MacFarlane? You either really love his stuff, or like me, you just stare blankly at the screen. So.
Well, exactly. I think that, and so it's going to be interesting to see where we fall on it. I know you will probably take against it, Pete, just purely because of Seth MacFarlane and perhaps maybe even its shall we say wonky fealty to Star Trek. But yeah, at the moment it's
Hey, I mean, I love Galaxy Quest, so it's possible to do a piss take of Trek that's in some ways better than Trek. So it could be that, but on the basis of the trailer, it doesn't look like it is.
Yeah, it's I'm quite intrigued to see what it is, what it's like. Like I say, I've gone through a love-hate relationship with Family Guy, and sort of American Dad kind of eventually picked up, and I kind of really into it. But
I like Ted. I thought that was quite charming, actually. But
yeah, exactly.
So it doesn't completely pass me by, but
yeah. So he is a bit left and right. I don't know, but apparently, it's. Yeah, I think. Well, AV.
Oh my gosh, he was in that film I saw the other day. Logan Lucky, doing a terrible English accent.
Oh God,
my life. Thankfully, it was supposed to be funny, so that was okay. But oh dear.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. I mean, here's a review line from AV Club, which is normally very snooty about pretty much anything. And it says, it's escapist fiction about a technological utopia spanning multitudes of worlds, and it sounds pretty damn appealing right now. Unfortunately, the Orville is doing a shallow job. However, the fact that it's premiering at exactly the same time as an actual Star Trek series is the least of its worries. There you go. So I don't know, that's kind of a bit of 50-50 there. It's kind of damning with faint praise. But then that's...
Somewhat.
But then I guess it depends on what AV Club thought of Star Trek Destiny, Discovery. Destiny?
Disco. Star Trek Disco, that's
Star
what we're
Trek
calling
Disco.
it now. Ever since that picture of Captain Hello to J. Skysex went up with him clearly doing disco moves.
Yeah.
It's Star Trek Disco now.
Star Trek Disco. Well, okay then. So, yeah, the Orville, that's definitely one to be watching out for, I think. I am very interested to see where that goes. What else have we got here? I'm just trying to think. I mean,
are we dancing around the triangle in the room?
Go on then. Go on.
Discovery. We may as well fucking talk about it.
Yeah, well, I was going to say,
It's the first Star Trek series since
the last
2005.
Yeah. I think we are dancing around it. I mean, because I didn't really want to say that I was looking forward to it. Again, it's the Star Wars thing. I've got like real curiosity about what this is going to be like, and so, and every now and again I read a review, because there's a few review copies going out now, and every now and again I read a sort of non-committal review, and people almost don't want to say it's bad, but they also don't want to say it's good either. It's just It's so down the line so that they don't lose. It's almost like they don't want to lose hits from the Trek crowd. You know, like Den of Geek plays fast and loose with everything until it gets to Doctor Who. And as soon as you get to a Doctor Who review on Den of Geek, everything is good, however, good. And it's just, it never comes down fully saying, oh, that's just shit, or that's really good, because they know that their core audience is essentially Doctor Who fans. It seems like all the reviews that I've seen of Discovery thus far, and there aren't many, but it have been kind of like, it's good, but it's bad, but it's bad, but it's good. And I think it's almost like everyone's just waiting for the consensus to go, it's shit, let's just move on, or it's the best thing ever, and it's come on back. Yeah, I don't know. Are you looking forward to Discovery, you guys? I mean, really?
I won't say I'm looking forward to it, but I'm going to give it a damn decent chance. I mean, how many times have we seen new shows, especially kind of reboots or reimaginings, get slated before they've even aired or anything like that? Yeah. I'm not saying in this case it's not necessarily deserved, but if you cast your mind back to those, again, the heady days of about 2005 with a certain Battlestar Galactica remake, you couldn't walk on the internet without everyone slanging off, Starbucks a woman! It's the worst thing ever! So I will watch it. I will probably give it an entire season, see how it goes.
Yep.
Yeah, you know, it's for me, it lives or dies on the strengths of the story. I don't particularly care about the cast. The cast, from what I can tell, are all fine actors. Don't particularly care about the effects looking updated and everything like that. I can mentally or whatever, I can do the mental leaps to explain that away, so I'm fine with that. I'm not going to say, I can't watch it, it looks too modern. I'm fine with that. I just want to know, are the stories good? If the stories are good, don't give a fuck about the rest. So that's where I am with Discovery in a minute.
And what about you, Pete?
Yeah, much the same extent. I think the stories and characters. I mean, the characters have got to be interesting and worth watching to pull you in. And we're not going to know till we see it. So, yeah, watch this space. I mean, I'll try and get over my intense dislike of these new look Klingons. But if the story's good enough, I will do, I'm sure.
Yeah, at the moment, I'm kind of in a position where I kind of, as I've often said, I burnt out on Trek, and it's going to take a lot for me to come round to it. I just think because if it pulls all the usual stunts of doing all the standard Trek things of kind of like bringing humanity, showing that human way is the right way, and let's get into a war, but we've got to talk our way out of it, and then Klingons turn up and we have a 6-hour ritual. I think I'll just check out.
It's got to be Klingon heavy, isn't it? So.
Yeah, and
I feel like I'm going to be the bloody canary in this sodding coal mine at this point.
Yeah, you might well be. I mean, the thing is, I don't think I can trust myself to be objective about it. I think I'm going to watch it, and if it's so much as a sniffs at these sort of like, at these kind of standard Trek tropes, if someone turns around and goes, "What is this human thing you call love?" I think I will just lose my mind. Or if someone says, "Yes, but here's a religion, and here's an alien that's built pure. Here's an alien race built purely for one purpose," I think I will just be like, here we are again. So yeah, I think you will. You'll be sent down first, Andy. You can go and check it out, take a sniff of the air, and if you're still walking around, then I'll send Pete in. And if you both come out and you're okay, then I might sort of look at it and not necessarily spit bullets, but
we'll definitely be giving our thoughts on the first broadcast afterwards.
Yeah.
We'll see where we go from there, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I'll tell you what, if we're not going to do it on here, I'll happily come and rant with you on that.
Yeah, I might do as well if that makes things better. If it makes it easier to contain the explosion into just one cast, that's perfectly fine. Okay, well, I mean, are we just limiting ourselves to spaceships sci-fi, or just sci-fi in general?
Well, there's another one which I'm reasonably sure will have spaceships in it, although we haven't seen anything as such yet.
Go on then.
Well, it's for Ragnarok.
Yeah.
Honestly, I don't care if it doesn't have spaceships in it, because that looks fucking amazing.
It is.
But
but it ought to have, really.
It really. We do see something that looks possibly like a spaceship or some sort of scrap trawler thing in the first trailer. But I've got to tell you now, whenever I hear those opening bars of the Immigrant Song now, it's just like, yes!
Yeah. Yeah, can't go wrong.
Yeah, I'm Jeff Goldblum and the whole kind of, yes, it's okay. He's a friend from work.
Yeah,
it's that. I mean, that whole trailer was just a joy. Both of them were joys to watch, and it
had a Guardians of the Galaxy feel about it, which can only be a good thing. So.
Well, it's the Marvel cosmic thing they're going for, isn't it? But yeah, bright colours, none of this dreary grey.
Yeah.
Oh, it's awesome. And I'm just like, yes, get into my eyeballs. So I think that one might be worthy of a space stock cinema trip.
Ooh, without a doubt. Yes.
What pile will that one be worth of then, Pete?
Something exotic, I think, for that one. We shall see.
Yeah, I think you need to go with something with at least some chili in it.
Possibly.
That being said, towards the end of November, is it too early for mince into your pies?
Yes, definitely.
After 8 mints?
No, as in mince pies, I believe he's suggesting.
Oh,
yes.
Oh, way too early.
Those things. Right, fine, okay.
But speaking of Christmas, of course, this year it might be the first year in at least 2 years when I'll actually be bothered to watch the Doctor Who Christmas special.
Well, that was the next one, wasn't it? That's the next thing to sort of... It seems like all of our shows and all of our childhood sci-fi is just coming back in one colossal lump at the end of the year, isn't it? It's like Doctor Who, Star Trek, Star Wars. I mean,
What year is this?
Exactly. What is this? 1982. I mean,
all we need is Buck Rogers, and we'll be sorted.
See, I don't think that's that far away.
Don't say shit like that.
Yeah, it's not. I tell you, Glenn A. Larson.
It'll be a fucking CGI Twiggy.
Yeah, Twiggy. Or
Twiggy.
Twiggy. Oh, right. Okay. I was going to say, you want a 60s singer from a model coming back from the dead.
Sorry, I'm going to have to pull my Donny card for that one.
Yeah. Okay, never mind. Don't worry. Twiggy used to be. Never mind. I tell you what. Then, I mean, one thing I'm kind of looking forward to, and won't be that long. Again, it might also be. Yeah, it's in September on Channel 4, September the 17th, I believe. Is now, I don't know how you guys feel about Black Mirror, the Charlie Brooker stuff.
I know of it. I think I might have watched bits of an episode. It's one of those ones like I need to watch that at some point.
Yeah, usually watch it when you're in your brightest mood with the brightest day or the brightest sunlight streaming through the door as you've won the lottery, because that's the only way you'll get through it without wanting to walk under a bus normally. But yeah, it's
great sales pitch, by the way.
Yeah,
that really should be on the poster.
Yeah, well, don't worry, it's not far off. I mean, have you seen any of this stuff, Pete?
No, my life is bleak enough without that at the moment.
Yeah, it's basically Charlie Brooker's got a bleak sense of humour, and he is one of my spirit animals, along with Rick Sanchez and yeah, I think that'll do. Rick Sanchez and Charlie Brooker, that pretty much sums up my spirit animals. And basically, it's like technology. It's stories based around technology and where technology is right now, but always taking a sort of, shall we say, a nihilistic look at where it'll lead us. But anyway,
it's like a Twilight Zone turn up to 11.
Yeah, but it has that Rick and Morty thing of taking the technology and just going further and further and further with it, and you just think no. But then it has that sort of Star Trek air of, well, probably this is probably where we're heading with social media and all that kind of stuff. But what I was getting round to was that stuff is being made. New season 4, is being made right now and will be on Netflix soon. And there's actually a Star Trek style episode in it, which is going to be quite interesting, I think. But before that will be Philip K. Dick's Electric Dreams, which is out on September the 17th on Channel 4.
Oh, I'm really looking forward to that. A friend of mine worked on that as well as one of the prop masters.
Oh, right. Okay, cool.
You met him, Michael, when we went and saw Raiders?
Yes.
But I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, so that's looking good because that's got all sorts of interesting casting and out there science fiction. And there's an episode with Bryan Cranston in it, which looks pretty cool.
I think he's in, if not all of them, he's in, because he's one of the main producers on it, I think. Yes. He was one of the driving forces. So I think he might be turning up in a few of them.
Ah, all right, cool. Well, that's even better then. But I think there is an actual spaceship episode called Impossible Planet. And so I think it could be really, I mean, what I've seen of it so far looks really cool. So I'd be really interested to see that as well. That's kind of my actual appointment to view, I think. That's probably the one that I'm going to sit down and go, right, okay, September 17th, I'm sitting down and watching that because it looks really quite interesting, and I'm up for a good bit of actual science fiction in science fiction rather than just, oh, we got laser beams. There you go. Ergo, it's science fiction. I'm using a laser toothbrush cleaner. So
I've got a book I'm looking forward to.
Oh, yeah, go on.
Artemis by Andy Weir.
Ah, of course, from the
the guy who did The Martian.
Martian, yeah.
That's out on the 14th of November, which is my birthday. Yay! Don't know a huge amount about it. I believe it's set on the moon. So it's set on a colony on the moon sort of thing.
And does it have a man trying to grow potatoes in poo on the moon?
I don't. I think he's moved on a little bit from that. In fact, here, guy, I have a brief synopsis. It's a little city on the moon, first one and only. Jazz migrated there with her family when she was 6 years old. At the time, the youngest person that could live there. Jazz is now 26-year-old, working as a porter, delivering legal and illegal packages.
Okay.
I'm just interested to see what he does with what. I loved The Martian. And I've loved several of the short stories Andy Weir's put out. There's one called The Egg, which is just it's like a one-page short story, but I'll tell you, it's fucking awesome. So I'm really looking forward to this.
Cool. And anything else for you there, Pete? Or
that's all I can think of. I think yes.
Cool. Okay. For me, I guess there's there's the need for me to start catching up with the Expanse books, because coming out on December the 5th, I think it is December the 5th, is the 7th of the Expanse books, called Persepolis Rising. So I'm looking forward to that, because I've started catching up with the wiki, and I'm like, I need to read the rest of these books. So James S.A. Corey, Persepolis Rising, sounds like a good one. Yeah, it's following on from the book Babylon's Ashes, which came out in December last year. So and it's coming up for it's the penultimate or the second to penultimate, one before penultimate, I don't know what that is, of the Expanse book. So I think they're ending it on book 9 or book 10. I think they're going to just top it all off. So I'm looking forward to getting that, and then using that as an excuse to basically burn through like the four books I haven't read yet. So other than that, I guess really it's for me, the thing I'm looking forward to is getting back into 2000 AD, because I've just started buying subscribing to the Ultimate graphic novels.
Oh yes,
and I got the first.
Oh yes,
I got the first one come through, and it's
Slain
the Horned God, and it's really nice. And the presentation of the book is good. The spine, once it does all 80 episodes, is going to make up this massive long sort of like piece of artwork as well. So it's going to look good on the old shelf as well. So I'm quite looking forward to that. So I'm going to be skint by the end of it, but
it also jiggers me for getting you birthday presents in future, because you'll have already got it probably.
Well, don't worry. Maybe what I'll do is I'll just, because they're going to be key 2008.
Yes, you're not going to get the whole thing. So
no.
drop us a hint.
Also, they're numbered. The Ultimate Collection, so you can always get him issues he hasn't gotten yet.
Yes, that's true. But yeah, I was going to say the whole thing is they're going to pick out like key stories. So I think next episode is Halo Jones, which I'm going to be interested to see how they get it in there, because Horned God is like very kind of shrunk down and kind of fits in there and it's fine. But Halo Jones, by my reckoning,
there were several books, weren't there?
I was going to say several books. So this thing's either going to be all of it and weigh about a ton.
Yeah.
And be delivered by at least 3 postmen, or it's going to be one book, and it's just going to be there to get you into it. And in which case, I think I might cancel my subscription if that's the case. But we'll see. We'll see. Right. So, other than that, I guess the one thing which doesn't have spaceships in it, but I think we can't avoid it, is Blade Runner. Come on.
I'm very, very excited. Trying to maintain measured calm. Don't get over calm.
Yeah,
I can't deal with 2 Covenant level events in 1 year. I can't. So
no,
I can't. So calm. Excited, but calm.
What about you, Pete? What do you think? About
again, just very quickly before we do that, they are showing Blade Runner at the IMAX again, Lee. So
yes, I know, a full IMAX print as well, though.
I think we have to go and do the thing.
Yeah. Well, I will have a look at booking that as soon as we finish recording this, because I completely forgot about it, and then you just said it, and I was like, oh, I bet all the tickets are sold out. Okay, well, yeah, but Pete, what's your take on Blade Runner? Are you into it or not into it, or what?
I've probably seen the trailer too many times because it's been on the front of so many films I've seen this year.
Yeah.
So I got to the point like, yeah, okay, yes, fine.
Mhm.
I don't know. I hope it's good. It's Ryan. Is it Ryan Gosling?
Yep.
Mhm.
In some ways, I guess perfect casting because he does appear to have just the one facial look. So that, I guess that would kind of work. But I don't know. It just struck me as slightly wanky. But that might just be I've seen the trailer too many times.
Yeah.
Honestly, Ridley Scott. The thing that excites me the most about this is Denis Villeneuve was recently asked, how much input did Ridley Scott have? He said he let me get on and do my own thing.
Oh well,
that alone made me go.
Yeah. That's very true. That's kind of one of those moments of like, oh, thank Christ.
And he was the guy that did Arrival. Am I right?
He did Arrival,
which was a fantastic film. So I mean, that gives you some hope.
Yeah, it does. It certainly does. As long as I don't end up blubbing like a baby again next time I see it. But yeah, I'm just really looking forward to that. And one last thing, which kind of goes back to what we've already been talking about, I guess, in a roundabout way. But science fiction games, Star Wars Battlefront 2. Anyone interested in that?
Yeah, I mean, there's a single player component at least this time, so maybe a bit. But I mean, just games in general at the minute aren't really doing it for me. The only thing that's really kind of making me go, "Oh, I want that," is Red Dead Redemption 2, which doesn't really come under our purview,
and is still at least about 12 years away. To be honest,
yeah, it's a Rockstar game, so yeah, that's sometime between now and the heat death of the universe.
Yeah.
But yeah, other than that, I mean, hell, I spent most of the last 3 years eagerly awaiting Mass Effect and Andromeda. So that's done.
Still burns.
Patron saint of lost causes is.
Oh, it still hurts. Still, I don't think I still don't know if I'll ever even go back to it and finish it.
You don't know if you'll ever be able to trust again, do you?
No, I don't know. I'm really, yeah. I no.
Tell me again where the computer game hurt you.
Right in my soul. Can you help me with that, Reverend? In my soul.
Oh, I mean, so this is probably cheating a little bit because A, it's a re-release, and B, I think it's moved into 2018 now, not 2017, but it might change. System Shock's getting remastered.
Ooh, now that would be good if that comes. Yeah.
Well, it's coming PlayStation, Xbox One, Windows, all of the operating systems, but System Shock. And if they do System Shock 2 as well, oh, so good.
Having a crisis. Yeah.
Having a crisis. Oh.
Yeah. System Shock 2, if they do that and update it with some decent lighting effects and up-resing the graphics and stuff, I reckon that'll knock.
Have you seen the trailer for the System Shock remaster?
No, but
I'll send it to you later.
I was going to say, I reckon it'll knock Alien Isolation into a cocked hat in terms of puckered bum time. Squeaky bum time.
Oh, yes.
But anyway.
Oh, yes. That's what terror is.
Yes, I remember Fear.
Is it another one for the Oculus?
I really hope not. I'm not going to do that, no. I'm hoping we get rid of our Oculus at work before I have to try that out.
I'll take it off your hands for you.
I'm sure you would. That's very kind of you.
Yeah, only because you asked. It's fine.
Yeah. Well, friends forever.
Oh shit! The website alone is fucking terrible. Just the splash page on the website, scary as fuck. I'm going to link it here just so you can see, because this alone is terrifying.
Really? Oh, it's systemshock.com, is it? Hold on, I'm going.
Go to it and then move your mouse cursor.
Oh no! Hang on. So, ladies and gentlemen, here we are live. I'm watching System Shock, the thing. So it says, "Welcome, slacker hackers." Ooh, I'm moving the mouse. Oh, there she is. Ooh, that's great.
That's just wrong.
That's just no. Okay, fine. Yeah, it's just parallax scrolling face, but it's not good. That's not right.
It's not.
I feel like what's his name, Fliegelman from Galaxy Quest. Yeah. Okay. Well, there you go. And, that's fine. She can fuck off. That's no. I'm gonna just click that and close that off now.
Have to burn the computer later.
I just have to set fire to it. Hans, burn the computer. Right. Okay. So that's our looking forward to, so to speak, for the remainder of the year. Have we missed anything? Is there anything else we should have mentioned? Anything that's coming up that you think needed to be included in this 30-minute drivel? Do let us know. Go onto the Facebook group. Go to facebook.com/groups/SpaceDocJury, or go to the Twitterverse, and between typing words of outrage about pretty much everything, just let us know. Let us have a bit of outrage. What did we miss? Go to @SpaceDocJury and let us know. So that's that. Thank you very much for listening. Thank you, Andy. Thank you, Pete.
You're welcome.
And yes, Pete, Andy, you want to just tout your wares? Pete, go first. And we'll.
Okay, well, we've mentioned it already, but the old broadcast Star Trek podcast thing on iTunes and Keep Players Online.
Cool. And Andy?
Grand Prix Podcast, grandprixpodcast.com, rogue2.com. It's on iTunes. Just Google it. We talk about cars going around in circles really fast.
Nice.
It's a lot of fun. Nice bit of rage comes out occasionally. It's good.
Yeah, it's not like you to have rage.
I know. I'm such a level-headed person most of the time.
Exactly. So calm and collected on this podcast. So right.
I honestly feel like I'm just being, the master is just acknowledging the pupil there.
Rise, my friend. Right, and you can hear me on Black Dog Podcast, which is at blackdogpodcast.com, and on iTunes and in all good bookshops. So yes, do join us on wherever you can find us, and that'll be great. Otherwise, get in contact, and we'll speak to you soon. Till then, tatty bye.
Ta-ra!
I should go.
Space Doc Jury is a production by 3 Angry Beards.